What does it really mean for an AI to think? Today, we're diving deep into complexity demands structure. Headline: Object oriented design is the strategic response to escalating software complexity. Supporting text: complexity grows non-linearly with system size. Without structural boundaries, code bases degrade into entangled monoliths. Object oriented design partitions complexity into coherent encapsulated components. It aligns software architecture with conceptual models, reducing cognitive load, enabling independent team ownership, and sustaining development velocity. In an era of microservices, AI-driven applications, and relentless change, OOD is the foundation for scalable, maintainable systems. But here's where it gets interesting: the collapse of linear logic. Headline: Procedural code fails at scale. Supporting text: Procedural code organizes logic as sequences of operations on shared data. At modest scale, this works. As features accumulate, functions proliferate, and data structures become implicit contracts. A single field change cascades through every procedure that touches it. Testing requires the entire call graph. There is no encapsulation, no polymorphism, no inheritance. The result: brittle, rigid systems where even small modifications risk cascading failure. This approach does not scale. So what's the real problem? Let's talk about root cause: missing abstraction boundaries. Headline: The core failure is the absence of enforced modular contracts. Supporting text: without explicit interfaces, every function knows too much. Data and behavior scatter across the codebase, forming a web of implicit assumptions. When a data structure changes, every dependent function must be updated. The system becomes an inseparable layer where any part can affect any other: exponential coupling. Existing approaches rely on discipline, not structure, to prevent leakage. Discipline fails under schedule pressure. This raises a critical question. Breakthrough: the object as behavioral contract. Headline: Encapsulates state and behavior into a single entity with a defined interface. Supporting text: the object unites data and the operations that act on that data behind a public interface. Implementation is hidden. The object guarantees a set of behaviors while concealing internal state and algorithms. Dependencies shift from concretions to abstractions, changes localize. Testing isolates to the object. The system emerges from the collaboration of autonomous, well-defined entities, the foundational breakthrough of object-oriented design. Now let's zoom in on the OOD system. 4 interlocking principles. Headline: Abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism form a coherent system. Supporting text: abstraction models essential characteristics, suppressing irrelevant detail. Encapsulation bundles state and behavior, exposing a minimal interface. Inheritance derives specialized types from general ones, creating hierarchical taxonomies for code reuse and interface compliance. Polymorphism enables objects of different concrete classes to be treated uniformly, dispatching behavior dynamically. These principles work synergistically. Inheritance without polymorphism is rigid. Encapsulation without abstraction is shallow. Here's something most people overlook: component architecture. Classes, interfaces, hierarchies. Headline: The vocabulary of object-oriented architecture. Supporting text: a class defines a template for object creation. An interface specifies a behavioral contract with no implementation. Abstract classes provide partial implementation and define extension points. Inheritance creates taxonomic specialization. Composition assembles complex behaviors from simpler parts. These constructs allow designers to express intent at the structural level, making the codebase a direct model of the solution domain. Think about this for a second. Design workflow, domain to runtime collaboration. Headline, model the domain, define contracts, orchestrate message passing. Supporting text, start with the domain, identify entities, value objects, aggregates, services, define attributes, responsibilities, and relationships association, aggregation, composition, design interfaces to capture contracts, then model runtime interactions via message passing. Sequence diagrams reveal behavioral dynamics. The resulting object graph mirrors the business logic, ensuring straightforward translation from requirements to implementation. And this is where things get complex. Impact, maintainable evolution at scale. Headline, measurable outcomes of low coupling and high cohesion. Supporting text, coupling metrics drop, cohesion rises. Changes are contained within class boundaries. Test suites target individual objects and their interactions. Teams own vertical slices independently. Refactoring is systematic, not heroic. Historical data shows OOD projects exhibit linear maintenance cost growth, not exponential. The economic benefit, reduced cost of change, longer system lifespan, and rapid response to market shifts. But here's where it gets interesting. Future OOD in distributed architectures. Headline, object principles scale to the network boundary. Supporting text, microservices are encapsulated, independently deployable units with well-defined APIs objects at network scale. Domain-driven design defines aggregates as consistency boundaries, mirroring object invariance. Event sourcing and CQRS treat events as polymorphic messages. Serverless functions are stateless behavioral units. OOD provides the mental model to reason about distribution, concurrency, and eventual consistency. So, what's the real problem? Let's talk about the pattern ecosystem. Headline, design patterns are crystallized OOD solutions. Supporting text, factory method, abstract factory, builder for creation. Strategy state, observer for behavior. Adapter, decorator, facade for structure. MVC separates presentation, control, and domain. Hexagonal architecture isolates domain logic at the center with ports and adapters. These patterns are natural consequences of OOD principles applied to recurring context, forming a shared vocabulary for the industry. This raises a critical question: continuity, 50 years of evolution. Headline, core insights persist across languages and paradigms. Supporting text from Simula67 and Smalltalk to C++, Java, C, and Python, object-oriented constructs have proven essential. Functional programming complements OOD with immutability and first-class functions. Modern languages blend paradigms. Reactive systems combine object encapsulation with stream processing. New architectures like microservices re-implement these principles at a higher abstraction level. OOD endures because it solves the fundamental problem: managing complexity in evolving systems. Now let's zoom in on strategic mandate. Headline, make object-oriented design an organizational capability. Supporting text. OD is not a tactic, it is a strategic advantage. It demands investment, training, design pattern literacy, consistent architectural reviews. Teams that internalize OOD principles produce systems that evolve gracefully, reduce long-term cost, and compress time to market. In a landscape of accelerating complexity, organizations that master OOD will outpace those that treat it as incidental. Adopt it as a core discipline.